Hello, everyone. And if you're into SEO, AI, or just trying to stay ahead of how search is changing, please do hit like and subscribe so you don't miss anything from my channel. So today I'm going to be breaking down something which was quite big and came out of Google I/O in May 2025, and that is the concept of the query fan out technique. Now, this changes a lot about how SEO works, and it's going to change how AI responds. Now, the fundamentals of SEO are relatively still the same. A lot of Google's classification systems are still, I don't want to say embedded, but they're ingrained in traditional SEO quality metrics. If we look at the quality rating guidelines, even how it judges AI content, different things, its root cause is there. Let's focus on the old models. The old model of SEO is changing greatly. Historically, we used to look at one query, one answer, one click. Someone would perform a query, probably perform other queries after, but there'd be answers, there'd be clicks. Featured snippets created a void there with bit zero click as the rich snippets, but this new behavior is changing that model, and that is the driven by AI version, which is the query fan out. So with things like AI overviews and AI mode, a single user prompt is now expanded into a series of related subqueries. And then the system then pulls information from across the web, slices it up, and merges it into one synthesized answer or response. So we're not actually looking to optimize for single queries anymore. We're optimizing for the user intent and what the user objective is, which is something we should have been doing much more a long time ago. But the whole adage of just targeting keywords is no longer a thing. If anything, if you want to use old language, we're targeting intent clusters, we're targeting keyword clusters, we're trying to actually develop and deliver an anticipated value proposition for users. So how this works, and I'll put links to what I'm sharing on the screen, everything below. Liz Reed pulled up a decent article on this just after the Google I/O, looking at AI mode and how this works. I've also covered this in an article on my blog as well. So how we actually adapt to query fan out and how we evolve from there. So one of the other key things to remember here is that at the moment we have no concrete way of seeing what these fan outs are, and we can only infer from really interacting with AI mode, breaking apart the JSON, breaking apart, and basically testing it until it breaks. So a good example of this that I've included in my article is you can actually ask it to provide the fan out for the queries. With this, it's family-friendly, all-inclusive hotels in Mallorca. It gave me this list of queries here, which he said it also searched for. Similar with an affordable family EV, this list of queries, and then a summary dress for a casual work event. From testing across a number of different queries on this and using sequential queries of the same, these are not static all the time. They do change quite frequently and vary for the same prompt on the same machine for different users. So it isn't a case of like ranking historically where we'd want to rank first or second. There is no consistency to that visibility. What we have to understand is, though, even though there is a variation in what's being returned, if you look at it from a term frequency versus document frequency measure like a TF IDF, or start to look at the cosine similarities between the meanings, there's considerable overlap between the prompts being used and what's happening. So someone searching for best summer dress for work event 2025, you would assume would be happy with the query response to dress options for summer work event 2025. It's much more grounded, it's much more flexible. So this also changes from the next model that for years SEO was keyword content rank. Fan out now makes a swarm of micro intents, it makes it change, and you do get this significant difference between what is being returned. So what matters now? So ranking for a single keyword matters much less. Being the best passage for specific micro intent does matter more. Now, sometimes AI mode and AI overviews will append a URL citation with that #:tilde::text parameter, which is the jump link to highlighted text. From some testing we've done initially, that's only appearing on about 43% of just over 3,000 URLs we looked at in the last study. So even the tracking isn't 100% on this, and how it's selecting these snippets, how it's selecting these passages is not yet 100% confirmed, but it's about creating that brand, it's about creating that solidarity, having a technical foundation. It's really the next layer up from having a strong SEO foundation. So really, to keep winning in organic search, to keep winning in SEO, we have to create content that covers the intent network, not just the keyword, and has to have created an anticipated value proposition. And it has to provide value for multiple common interpretations and common objectives of what a user would be looking for in that query. And also understand that as personal context gets deployed potentially later this year, it isn't a one and done. Whereas ranking, you can rank page 1, you can rank top 3. It's relatively stable, static, some fluctuations. This will change greatly between user device on individual bases, and even on the same user device, it will change between different queries as things evolve. So stay flexible, think in terms of user purpose and not just user phrase, and write with depth and not just coverage. Use the user stories, use the experiences, and keep things flowing. So if you found this useful, please do consider giving a video like and subscribe. It's very grateful for the channel. Please also do let me know your thoughts. If you agree with me, disagree with me, or any of your insights in the comments below. And thank you very much for watching.